Breaking news today. The Russian court has ruled against the appeals of the Crimean Tatar leader and the other defendants. Crimean Tatar leader Nariman Jalil and two activists, brothers Aziz and Ahsan Akhmedov, have had their appeals of prison terms handed down in September on a sabotage charge, which Kyiv and rights groups call politically motivated, denied by a court in Russia. The three men were given harsher punishments by the Third Court of Appeals of the Common Jurisdiction in the city of Sochi on July 28. The court ruled that they would spend the first 3 years of their sentences in solitary confinement and the remaining time in penal colonies. On September 21, a Russian-appointed court in Moscow-annexed Crimea, Ukraine, handed down lengthy prison terms to Jalil, 17 years, Ahsan Akhmedov, 15 years, and Aziz Akhmedov, 13 years. In September of 2021, Jalil and his co-defendants were apprehended for their suspected roles in an attack on a gas pipeline. The charges against the activists have been deemed to be false by Ukraine, while the United States has urged Russia to release them. After the annexation of Crimea in 2014, pro-Moscow representatives banned the Crimean Tatar Self-Governing Assembly, the Melis, from which Jalil serves as deputy chairman. Over 50 people were arrested after a protest broke out outside the Crimean office of Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, following the arrests of Jalil and the Akhmedov brothers. Crimean authorities were looking into Jalil and his brothers after a gas pipeline was damaged on August 23 in a village close to Simferopol, the peninsula's capital. After the arrests, Ukraine's deputy foreign minister Amine Jeper claimed that Moscow took revenge on Ukraine because Jalil attended a conference in Kyiv that month to discuss the de-occupation of Crimea. Moscow had denounced the gathering, calling it anti-Russian. After a referendum in 2014 that was widely suspected of being rigged, Moscow illegally annexed the Crimean Peninsula from Ukraine. European Union air traffic controllers agree to end strike. Eurocontrol workers' representatives said they had reached an agreement in principle with the company, putting an end to strike threats during the peak summer travel season. Union Syndicale Bruxelles announced in an email that on August 1, Eurocontrol employees in Brussels will vote on the agreement. The union has recommended that the agreement be accepted by the workers because it contains measures to address staff shortages and solutions to other issues. This month, Eurocontrol revealed that its Network Manager Operations Center employees had been threatening to go on strike for the previous 6 months. That caused people to worry that as many as 13,000 of Europe's 33,000 daily flights could be affected by disruptions. Eurocontrol issues strike warning for air traffic controllers this summer. The union has stated that if the agreement is ratified, the strike pre-warning will be cancelled. Requests for comment from Eurocontrol were not met with an immediate response. The Network Manager Operations Center at Eurocontrol handles more than 10 million flights annually and 96,000 messages every day. It collaborates with European airports, airspace users, civil and military, and other aviation groups to minimize disruptions in air travel and maximize efficiency.